There's only one thing anyone's ever going to remember about this.
It's comedy. You've never seen anyone so dramatically get to their knees, spread their arms out and do the big face, slowly start to get to his feet. He's like doing 1 foot at a time, putting his other foot on the ground. He's still standing like this, and he's walking slowly in a circle. Tell him that they're paid by a con. It's a disaster as always. Trying to get Craig. He cannot get connected. And I'll bet you anything when I push this button right here, something is going to go wrong. Ready? I don't like to criticize anybody. Mark Davis is the most absolutely normal person in the history of wrestling.
Mark Davis, you would think perhaps truck driver or real estate agent.
Nothing against truck drivers or real estate agents.
Nothing at all.
But, you know.
But I don't want to pay to watch them fight. Some truck drivers, I guess.
Tell me who and what's happening. Craig is now here. Is that right, Craig?
Apparently I am, yes.
Via the telephone, yes. Now people can make fun of you for months on end for doing the show on a telephone, but such is life.
And there's Speedball with a Canadian flag, and Nigel says, Speedball Bailey, representing Japan, which I guess is vaguely similar. They're both white with a red thing in the middle.
They both wave in the breeze.
Bryan showing his geography knowledge again.
They're flags.
I thought you actually didn't know what the
No,
Japanese
you idiot.
flag looked like.
God. What the Japanese flag looked like. Are you kidding me?
Can you draw it?
Yes.
Good. Hologram team with Commander. They are the Lucha Stars. Did you spend
That's their team name?
7 seconds thinking of a different name?
Holomander.
Holomander?
There's gotta be
Holomander? I hate to even say this. I was reminded of Zeus.
She's better than Zeus.
This is what Zeus did.
And much hotter.
It's like she's a big, strong wrestler, and then she poses. This was the funniest fucking match I've watched in absolutely forever. And now Dax in the middle is like, he's pirouetting in a circle. Where's this guy at? All right, he's going to be here next. They're spinning. I was fucking dying. As Daniel Garcia's talking about, they always know where each other is in the ring at all times. I was like, oh my God. You couldn't write better comedy than what we saw here.
We also watched WWE Smackdown. Barcelona, Spain.
That's what they called it.
What a crowd.
What a great crowd.
So the question was always, why didn't you call Bianca and say that Naomi was the one who attacked you? The story is the reason she didn't call her was because now she didn't trust her either. Was it Bianca or Naomi? So the idea is that is also what Jade was thinking.
This whole thing is the best storyline in WWE right now. Cody comes out, is doing the whole thing. Miz is like, cut off his music. So Cody beats his ass. Best Miz TV ever.
I know it's cliche to say that someone is no bigger than somebody else's leg. Carmelo is probably a good 10 pounds lighter than Randy Orton's leg.
I could do a series of shows about Gunther on this episode of SmackDown. He's the best. I heard there's a kid you all love. Everyone goes crazy. They know who he's talking about. And he brings out Axiom. We had a great week of wrestling, you know. We had Revolution from AEW. We had Roadblock in NXT. This is one of my favorites of all of them. This was so fucking good.
This guy counts the fucking pin, and this crowd went crazy. Nobody was expecting a tag title change. And they got one in their town on live television. They fucking went wild.
Who else is your favorite wrestler and why?
Actually, I like Vince McMahon. I like him in the ring.
His character.
With all his antics.
Yes. He does have some antics.
Yeah.
Sure does.
For all of you, if you could review any show that wasn't wrestling, what would it be?
Much rather review new albums.
That's difficult to do with like rights and stuff.
3 to 5 seconds per song.
I'm not saying play.
That'd be a great review. Here's
saying...
2 seconds of the new Pearl Jam song. Exactly.
Hey, Granny, do you ever get sick of these questions?
I get kind of sick of Bryan sometimes.
Oh, stop it. Granny, what have you got today?
Okay, everybody be quiet, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Google, tell us a joke.
What's the most musical part of a turkey? The drumsticks.
Ba-da-cha.
Hey, Google, you suck.
Well, I am still learning. What should we fix?
The guilt in the response.
Hey, Google, that's enough. Hey, Google.
Shut your hole.
Hey, Google.
Hi there, I'm listening. How can I help today?
Hey, Google. Shut up.
How can I be of service?
No. That won't quit.
God.
Hey, Google. No more. Stop.
This is how the war with the robots begins.
It was fun.
Oh, what a blast.
Until it becomes self-aware, it's all fun and games.
Monday Night Raw. Baylor versus Breaker.
How'd you watch this? It's on Netflix and you don't have Netflix.
I just put in Monday Night Raw on my Google, and it came up.
Don't say that word.
On the show, The Big Bang Theory, Leonard and Sheldon are both physicists. What is there? At what?
What the hell just happened right there?
Physicists,
Yes.
Physicists?
Yeah. I lost my track.
you lost your crack.
You were at Sisyphus.
In what city was Nipar
Brooks.
Shakur shot and killed?
Excuse me, say that again.
In what city was Tupac?
Two-pack. Vegas.
Vegas Strip.
Yep.
Join us.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you know, we got a trip to the Vegas Strip, by
Yeah.
the way.
You can get shot too.
Yeah.
No. This whole show from start to finish was just baffling.
Young ladies who are not married and at least 18. You can win a date with a Rock and Roll Express.
The photos that you're sent in will be ruled on by an independent commission, and they will decide who will move
Ricky
ahead in
and-
this contest.
Ricky and Robert Incorporated.
It will be a chaperoned
Yeah, that did come up.
date.
But who's
You're
doing
going to go dancing with the Rock and Roll Express.
But who's doing the chaperoning?
Ric Flair.
Yeah. See, that's exactly.
There was a blizzard.
Yeah.
Everybody that was in an advertised match made it. Some people didn't make it. And so, honestly, we need more blizzards. Because quite frankly, this was a way better show. The matches, they only had like 4 or 5 matches. The main matches all got a lot of time. I hate the phrase, but it's true. It was a very easy to watch show.
And so the match was awarded to both Speedball and Ricochet.
Hey, I think that's going to be a real fun match.
I'm sure that, yes, duh.
I'm so happy they did some with old Speedball. He's a great guy, great worker, looked awesome in this match. And the reality is, in AEW, they do these finishes infrequently enough. It didn't bother me one bit.
Billy takes her in the corner, lifts her up onto her shoulders, and hits what I can only call a two-winged angel. Looks unhealthy.
Every single announcer at the same time fucking screamed.
Yeah.
They all thought she was dead. I thought she was dead. She sold it like she was dead. I thought they both looked really good. Mercedes flew into another state, drove like 6 hours to get to the show through a blizzard
Yeah.
to do this match right here, to get dropped on her head. Billy did the Brian Alvarez tribute senton off the top that none of the announcers called. I was very disappointed.
MJF spray tan is borderline racially offensive.
It has to be on purpose.
It's dark, man. Jon Moxley versus Adam Copeland in a street fight for the world title. Fun for
Kidding
me.
me? This was a lot of fun.
Fun for me.
Yeah. Maybe this was like their revenge. It's like, we're going to do a match nobody can follow right in the middle of the show after what you did to us at the pay-per-view.
That could be. There's only one thing anyone's ever going to remember about this. Adam Copeland grabs Jon Moxley and suplexes him onto the nails. Everyone's reacting to that for a while.
Yes, I'm laughing.
And, well, yeah, at this point it can. And the longer it goes, the more gruesome it gets because Moxley gets to his feet. The nails are stuck into his back.
If you've ever seen the old bed of nails,
There's a trick to it.
if you create a bed of nails and you put the nails close enough together,
Yes.
then you
And
can
lay down very carefully and spread the impact out.
Maybe, he thought, well, if I land on it just right, it'll look awesome, but it won't get stuck in me. Well, whatever he was thinking, it got stuck in him. It's comedy. Watching Jon Moxley, you've never seen anyone so dramatically get to their knees, spread their arms out and do the big face, slowly start to get to his feet. He's like doing 1 foot at a time. Putting his other foot on the ground. He's still standing like this, and he's walking slowly in a circle. You need to read Jon Moxley's book, okay? This guy is a cat of a different breed.
Yeah.
That's Jonathan Good, okay? He's a maniac. He drove 10 hours in the snow to get a bat covered in fucking nails punctured into his back. And then, after the show, he got back in the car and he drove home. This is what he does. This guy wants to put fucking nails in his butt. Who the fuck am I? Who are you guys? Like, that's what he wants to do. It's what he lives for. He was probably thrilled to do that to this, these fucking people drove through a goddamn blizzard and bought their tickets. He was like, God damn, I'm going to give them a fucking show tonight. And he did.
Chris Statlander versus Megan Bayne with Tony Storm on commentary. They had a powerhouse match, the likes of which I have not seen in a long time. Like, all they did was body slams and power bombs and suplexes and backbreakers and throws. And so Tony cuts a promo on her. My God, you're a big bitch, she notes. The bigger they are, the harder they come. And it's about time you and I got tantric. We all have a date at Dynasty. And she has more lines about your thighs shake, your body quaking, and I will leave with this strap on.
That's what she said. They started chanting Chelsea for president, but it sounded like Chelsea's pregnant.
Oh.
These are two very different chants.
Yeah.
I kept wondering, she's pregnant? And it took me
Then she shouldn't be wrestling.
minutes on end to figure out, Chelsea for president. I got it.
Stephanie Vacour comes out for a promo. She wants her next opponent. Out comes Jordynne Grace on literal stilts.
Yeah, these boots were ridiculous.
She posed with pictures of these on social media.
Yeah.
I thought, ha ha, that's good for a laugh. And then she actually came out on national TV in 1-foot boots.
Still less ridiculous than anything Seth has worn this year.
Fair.
And you could see that the entire crowd is ignoring Jada. What the fuck's going on in the background? And she browbeats him, and then she walks off, and you hear the crowd go, ah!
They gasped. They
And I
audibly
thought,
gasped.
Oh my God, maybe it actually is getting over.
Yes.
They ignored Jada Parker for an angle with Ashanti. So I don't know what to make of any of this anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm out to lunch.
Wouldn't be the first time.
And then Izzy says, you're charismatic, Ricky, but you don't measure up. And then in 2025, Ricky Stark says, yeah, I measure up in all the right places. And this fucking crowd went nuts for that line.
Yeah.
And Izzy's like, ew.
Eddie Thorpe versus Trick Williams in NXT Underground. Joseph shares this pearl of wisdom. It wasn't just a KO. It was a TKO.
It wasn't a knockout, fans. It was a technical
Does
knockout.
he think the T means tremendous or traumatic?
I don't know.
It's technical.
I thought it was a pretty good show, believe it or not. Given that review.
There was the first,
but it was not a blow-away show.
The first half was pretty awesome.